Welcome to another edition of This Week in Disc Golf. It is Tuesday, November 1st. I'm Charlie Eisenhood, and let's talk about what happened this week. Well, we officially had our first event of the 2023 Disc Golf Pro Tour season. Yes, technically 2022, 2023 combined wraparound season, but still, the points count towards next year's Pro Tour Championship. It was the Lake Marshall Open taking place in Virginia, and 50 points were on the line for the winners in both MPO and FPO as a silver event, so worth half the points of an Elite Series. Let's dive right in. Over in MPO, Luke Sampson out of Illinois gets his first ever DGPT win, and it puts him at the top of the Disc Golf Pro Tour leaderboard in the 2023 season. He's sitting with 50 points. Over in FPO, what a dominant performance from Macy Velediaz. Unbelievable. She beats Sarah Hokum and Natalie Ryan by 9 strokes, shoots the hot round in both rounds 2 and 3, and really just never looked back. She had a 5-shot lead going into the final round. She only took 1 double bogey or worse, was one of the least out-of-bounds players at the tournament, and really just shined on a very difficult Lions course at Lake Marshall, and a couple of eagles on 18, and even got an ace. So all around, just a phenomenal weekend for Macy Velediaz. It's her first win on tour, and of course she leads the FPO division for the 2023 standings for now, and it was also her highest ever event rating. It's your Statmando stat of the week. So Macy Velediaz averaged 991 golf at the Lake Marshall Open. That's the highest event rating of her career. And of course, it is her first DGPT win. It's her 38th win in FPO. And that means that she now has a 50% win rate competing in FPO. Now, obviously, a lot of those tournaments, B and C tiers, but very high ceiling for Macy Velediaz. We'll see what she can do in 2023 as she currently sits in the lead. Elsewhere in the disc golf world, the National Amateur Disc Golf Tour held its national championships this past weekend. Maybe you caught some of that live on the Disc Golf Network for the final round. Congratulations go out to Zachary Nash, who wins by 6 strokes over Zaylen Nash in MPO. Over in FPO, the 2022 AM World Champion Cadence Burge gets the win narrowly over Emily Yale. Burge competed at Junior Worlds this year in the 15 and under division. So a very exciting prospect who continues to climb the ranks. She's moved her rating up nearly 200 points in the span of about a year and a half. So keep an eye out for her. She's rated just below 900 right now and gets the win. Takes home $1,000 as a first prize. Elsewhere, we saw the outcome now of the Big Money Skins Challenge. Calvin Heimburg wins the most skins in the final round, and that means he's going home with $50,000 after the competition at Eagles Crossing. You can check out all the action over on the GK Pro YouTube channel. Calvin hit some really crucial clutch shots, as of course you have to win in a skins format, and gets a very nice payday as a result to head into the off-season. Disc Golf Pro Tour announced just yesterday that they're adding 4 new Silver Series to the schedule for next year. We knew they were going to be adding some new ones, and they announced them yesterday. The Cascade Challenge at Kayak Point near Seattle in Washington will come just before the Portland Open. Then the Zootown Open in Missoula, Montana will take place June 9th through 11th, just after the Portland Open. And then later in the season, we'll have the Kansas City Wide Open, of course, in Missouri, July 7th to 9th. That'll be just before the start of the European swing. So they're actually going to be moving the Discmania Open up in Canada to later in the season, just after Worlds, while players are already up in Vermont, fairly close to where the Discmania Open will be held. And finally, the Mid-America Open in Columbia, Missouri will be taking place July 28th to 30th. So that will be the first event back stateside after the European Open before Ledgestone and Idlewild. So an increasingly packed calendar next year, and some very sensible moves in terms of geography for these various events. Be looking forward to seeing some new spots on tour as well. Kayak Point has been spoken highly of by those in the Pacific Northwest, and cool to see an event in Montana. Now it's time for our social media minute. Take a look at this advertisement from Estonia. Kristen Tatar and Silverlot acting as models for Sportland. It's one of the biggest sports and leisure type stores in Estonia. It's kind of like a Dick's Sporting Goods. And it says there in Estonian, winner's choice. And it lists their names and notes that they're professional disc golfers along the right-hand side. But superstars in Estonia. Kristen Tatar also getting congratulated by the Prime Minister of Estonia after winning. She told that to the Upshot podcast after her Worlds victory. And so continuing her ascent as a star in Europe and, of course, over here in the United States as well, coming off of a banner year and certainly the favorite for winning Player of the Year. And this week we'll leave you with this. If you haven't already, make sure to check out On Tour. It's the new series debuting on the Disc Golf Network. First episode dropped yesterday, and you can watch behind the scenes, never before seen footage from all throughout this year. There's going to be 6 episodes dropping weekly. So episode 1 out now, episode 2 will drop next Monday. And you can get an inside look at what it's like to live on the road and exclusive interviews with players. So check that out with your Disc Golf Network subscription. We'll play a 1-minute clip from episode 1 for you right here. Take a look.
Having gotten into the game in the 90s, close to 30 years ago, it's pretty insane to see how much we've grown as a sport. A handful of years ago, people barely being paid anything to now people being paid millions of dollars doing what we love is a pretty exciting opportunity.
Welcome to Vegas for the Las Vegas Challenge presented by Innova Champion Discs, the kickoff to the 2022 Disc Golf Pro Tour season.
We've got the Europeans over, we've got the top-rated women, we've got 60 women.
Wow,
That's
really?
A fantastic field and such talent everywhere.
Back when I played my first FPO event, I remember walking up and there wasn't a lot of spectators, but fast forward to 2021, 2022, we went from absolutely no one really paying attention to people are just sitting at those ropes, just watching you warm up, seeing how you get ready for your round.
Mona Pan is stepping up right now. Dynamic Miss this year.
She seems like a deep, proud
She
kind of
does,
gal.
yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah,
Big throw.
that was. Kona Kabam.